Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, innama al-a'malu bin-niyat. Actions are based on intentions. You'll be rewarded for your actions based on what you intended. Now, in the first half of the khutbah, I talked about different intentions as they relate to actions that are similar. But in the second part of the khutbah, I'm going to talk about what differentiates a niyah from another niyah in the heart. What it is that is the motivation, the desire, the longing, the yearning. What it is that you feel inside your heart. Your reasons. What makes you tick. Why it is you do what you do. What is your niyah? When we talk about actions and we say that that action is for the sake of Allah, we call this ikhlas. Ikhlas bil niyah. Purity, sincerity, the true devotion. An act that is only for the sake of Allah has ikhlas. Now, when Allah tells you to act righteously, He demands that actions are with ikhlas. As a matter of fact, He says that He will only accept actions that are purely for His sake. If you do an action for any other reason, if your reasoning, if your niyah in your heart is for something other than Allah, or someone other than Allah, then Allah makes it very clear. He says in His hadith, Qudsi, Allah the Most High says, I am the one and the only. And I have no partners. Anyone who does some act associating some partner with me, then I reject that act. I have nothing to do with that act, and I leave them with whoever they associated me with. What an evil, evil end for that. We ask Allah to protect us from that. So, we know that our actions have to have ikhlas, purity, sincerity. And they can't be mixed with anything. And to sharik billah, fi niyatik. Right? In your intentions that you're sharing your reasoning. So much so that you're not even supposed to have yourself. Even yourself. Even if that thing that you're doing, you're trying to do it for some personal reason, for your own gain, for your own motivations, even if a little bit of that is in your niyyah, is in your heart, then Allah doesn't want that. And what's that called? Riyah. Riyah. For arrogance, for boasting, for self-esteem. Riyah. The hidden shirk. Why is it called the hidden shirk? It's because it's in the deepest part of your heart. No one knows it. The actions look righteous, but your intention is for some evil purpose. It's the hidden shirk, and Allah rejects that. So, we know that there are actions that are the same, but have different niyahs. And then there are niyahs that are different in the heart. And how do we differentiate that? To summarize, when we look to define what are different actions compared to other actions, we look in the books of law, we look in the books of fiqh, and there we see how actions are differentiated with different niyahs. Now when we look to find, or we want to learn about the motivations of the heart, the niyah of the qalb, then we look to the books of aqidah, we look to the books of iman, we look to the books of tasawwuf, about spirituality, reading stories of the character, of the hearts of the believers of the past. These are the two different things. So, there must be a unity between the action and the intention. Imam al-Ghazali, rahimahullah, said, acts are divided into three types, three kinds, or three categories. Good deeds, sinful deeds, and that which is in between. Good deeds, simple deeds, good deeds are that which you will get rewarded for. Sinful deeds are that which you get punished for. And permissible deeds are that which don't have any religious benefit and are not sinful. Now, he said, no one should ever misunderstand the hadith of the Rasul, إِنَّمَا الْعَمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Actions will be rewarded based on intentions. To ever think that a bad deed can be converted into a good deed with a righteous intention. This is something that is not possible. This is something that many people make a mistake. Now, today, as many of you, when I woke up and was ready to give this khutbah, the news was all over the TV about the bombings going on in London and now Glasgow. And Many people are talking about what it is that Islam calls for, what it is that is the trueness of our message. So many people claim that if you are a fundamentalist or extremist or promoting the Shariah, the way of Islam, that this is someone who is against mankind. And this is incorrect. Anyone who says that taking a evil deed, a sinful deed, is made into a good thing because of your good intention, then they are misguided. This is ignorance. This is their own misunderstanding. And the truth is that someone who preaches that, then they are doing it for their own reasons. Because this is not the Sharia. This is not the Sunnah of Islam. The Sunnah of Islam is very clear. Good acts with good intentions is what Allah likes, is what Allah accepts. You cannot have a sinful act with a good intention. In Islam, we do not believe the ends justify the means. Abadan. There is no way to say, oh, the ends justify the means. I'm doing something wrong, but my intentions are pure. No. That is an unacceptable thing in Islam. You cannot take the life of an innocent person for a just cause. That is unjust, and it will never be accepted. In the West, we call this Robin Hood. To think, if I rob from the rich to give to the poor, are your intentions good? Yes, your intentions are to help the poor, but you cannot rob from the rich. Robin Hood does not work in Islam. It is unacceptable. Now, there are some who are ignorant, or some who are new to Islam, or some who are young and misguided. So to them I say, فَاسْأَلُوا أَحْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Go seek the people of knowledge. Read, go through the books, talk to the scholars. There are many out there. From the beginning of Islam till today, the scholars are there. And in every book they tell you the same hadith. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Your actions must be good acts, and your intentions must be pure. And only then is your act to be accepted by Allah. You can never magically transform a bad act or a wrong act or a sinful act into a good deed because of your reasoning. Because of your reasoning. You do not have the authority to do that. There are good acts, and that is how we give our message. That is how we practice the Shariah of Islam. May Allah protect us and guide us and help us to have good actions with good intentions so that they are accepted by Allah. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله